Hey, what's good? It's your girl Peacock here in Singapore, and I'm coming at you live once again. It's late. Okay, it's not that late. It's about 10 o'clock on a Friday, and yes, I'm home as usual because I got an empire to build, people. Um, and speaking about that empire, so all of us want to get more followers, right? We want to be more visible. We want people to be able to find us. We want our message to be loud and clear. There's a lot of things that go into building a business, and right now, one aspect of that is kind of pissing me off. So, um, I love being on Instagram. Instagram is, I guess, home base for me. That's where I do most of my engaging and posting. I post on there every day. I forward a lot of fun ideas, great quotes, bits and pieces of me doing stuff in and around Singapore. I promote people that I believe in. I promote events that I believe in. Lately, I've been promoting Maston Kip and his Get Ideal Client workshop that's been going on this past week or so. And I still have another session tomorrow morning. So I'm actually really excited about that. And like that's a side note though. What I was getting ready to say is the engagement on Instagram has been really difficult for me. As it is, it's not fun to just sit there and comment. But here's the flip side of that. So Gary Vee came up with the $80 marketing strategy where you put your 2 cents worth on 90 accounts a day. And I gotta tell you, it works. Okay, I gained 50 followers in 3 days. And they actually pretty much stayed. It hovered up and down a little bit, like give or take 10, but it works. It does work. But the flip side of that is because of the influx of bots and automated response thingies out there, because people are trying to get the followers without actually doing the work. Because of those, Instagram has this thing where it starts to block people for a couple of days from their account. Now, if I'm really trying to grow my account and I'm actually taking the time to engage on these posts and stuff, I can't afford to be blocked from my account for a couple of days. That isn't to say that I can't do it from my phone, but it's not the same as doing it from a computer. I mean, come on, touch typing, Mavis Beacon, all that shit. It works. I like it. It's a lot faster for me. I could do it on my phone, but I really don't like typing with my thumbs. It's not comfortable and it takes a lot more effort. Anyway, the point being that I was trying to figure out how many posts I could comment on safely without being blocked. The last time I was blocked for 4 days, and it's supposed to be like 24 to 48 hours, and it's based on IP address. So what I finally figured out was the only way to shortcut the blockage is to empty your entire browser history. If you empty it entirely, clear all the data, it will reset everything for you, which means you got to log back into everything as before. But I mean, that's not that big of a headache, right? I mean, think about it, blocked from your account versus resetting everything and having to log in for 5 seconds. Not bad. But the point being, I was trying to figure out, well, 90 a day, I'd rather sit at the computer one shot, knock it out 90 at a time, and then go on about my business. And because I'm touch typing, the comments come out a lot faster, and I guess I simulate what a bot would do. So I had to think about it differently. I was like, okay, well, what can I do? My office hours are 6 hours in the morning while my daughter's at school. Now, in 6 hours, if I were to set an alarm for every hour, it would be about 15 posts that I comment on every hour. But I'm afraid because what if they still think of me as a bot? So I thought I'd space it out a little bit more. So if I were to make it 12 hours, so from the time she goes to school, she has to be in school by 7-ish. And I get back home and everything's done, let's say 12 hours, right? So in 12 hours, I could get away with about 7 or 8 posts per hour to comment on, and I don't think it would block me. But that still remains to be tested. I'm not sure if it'll work, but the point is, I still want my 90. I still want to do the work because here's the other thing. As I communicate and search specific hashtags and engage on those pages and compliment or chime in to whatever the post is asking or claiming, I get to learn about what my market actually wants. Not only is it engagement for me, not only does it grow my following on my page, but I also get to see what people are posting about. I also get to learn what's going on. What's the buzzword these days in these particular fields? If I were to pull up mental health tips, which is one of my favorites to search, hashtags to search, I get a lot of different things. And it actually helps me fuel the amount of content that I need to create for the coming week anyway. So I save a lot. If you were to look at my saved posts, oh my God, there's thousands in there. I probably should clean that out. It's starting to look like Pinterest. But the point being that I've got to hack attention. in a different way. Yes, engaging and actually writing down more than 4 words in a comment, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a little bit of intellect. And the point that I want to make is it's imperative because what we're trying to do is build a network. It's social media, is a social community that we're trying to build, right? So I don't want to give up the $80 marketing strategy. It works. I know it works. I've seen it work for me. But I also don't want to be blocked from Instagram because the few spoil it for the many, and using bots to fake people out and pretend like you have thousands and thousands of followers. Yeah, screws it up for those of us who really are doing the work. And I know this because I used to work for somebody who insisted that I create the posts and post them, but I was not allowed to engage or respond to anyone who comments. See, one of my social media etiquette rules is if I'm going to comment on your post and if you have the time and take the time to write back to me, I'm going to acknowledge it somehow. I'm going to either like what you said back to me, or if I need to, I will respond again. If you respond to one of my posts and leave a comment, if you're gracious enough to leave a comment, my immediate reaction is to write back to you because I don't want to lose that human touch. I am human. I am not a bot. I refuse. AI, great and everything, but nothing quite like human intuition. So I want to continue doing those things. I want to grow my family. I want to grow my audience. I want to reach all of you if possible. Or at the very least, let more people know that I'm available. So if you need me, you know where to look. Now, Mastin has given us this risk challenge to make sure that we actually put ourselves out there and try our best to do something different than we've been doing before, because what we've been doing all this time isn't working, or we wouldn't have looked for his workshop in the first place. So with that being said, it's more than just interacting. It's more than just forwarding other people's quotes. It's about actually getting on the mic and saying something about those quotes, saying something about those ideas, chiming in, but live, instead of just forwarding what somebody else said. It's easy to forward what somebody else said. Yes, it's a form of showing support, but what would it mean to the people of that cause? Let's choose a simple one, shall we? LGBTQ rights. Yeah, I can show, rainbow flags all day long, but wouldn't it mean more to you if, whether I identified with that group or not, I got on live and I spoke about those people and I said, hey, we're all the same. We all go through the same fears, the same doubts, the same, courageous decisions to make sure that we're living as much in our authority and our authenticity as possible. Wouldn't it mean more to the cause if I actually put my 2 cents in? If I actually spoke up and joined the cause? So that's the difference I'm trying to make at the moment. And if I can test this theory that over 12 hours, if I only post or comment on 8 posts per hour, that it shouldn't kick me out, I think that's doable. And it also means that I don't sit on my computer for 2-3 hours straight while I knock out 90 comments. But I space it out a little bit more and I get breaks in between all the other different tasks that I have to get done. So I feel good about that. So we're going to test that theory. Stay tuned and I will let you know how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm actually really proud. I'm proud of all the work that I've done. I've been looking back on the body of work that I have so far. If I look at my Instagram page, I can tell you exactly how many posts I have so far. And of course, the bottom of my page is still personal and it's still a lot of pictures from, when baby girl was little and everything, but I kept it that way because I wanted to show you what the progression of my page looks like. I wanted you to see the growth. I wasn't always polished and themed. I posted whenever the hell I felt like posting. But I do like the themes because it gives me something to shoot for. It gives me something to aspire to. I know that every third post is going to be a video. Easy peasy. I can knock that out. I also know that within those thirds, the second third will be a plain white post because I need some white space on my page. Otherwise, it's too crowded with color. And just a quick phrase or something will lead into the long post that follows. And then, of course, the other type of post is a very vibrant, high quality picture with a word that is like the word for the day. Also followed by a long post, but even then, it all adds up to the same thing. it matters to me, y'all. It matters to me how I show up in my business. And yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't done yet. I'm getting to it. I'm learning. I'm allowing I'm allowing Masson to show me a different side of what could possibly be. And so far he's been knocking out all of my anxiety and a lot of my worries. He's shut me up, for lack of a better term, because the objections are pretty much gone. It's now about execution. So with that being said, I am grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your attention. I hope you enjoy what you hear. If you got any questions, you want more information, please by all means reach out. I am here for you. And though I'm in a completely different time zone from you, it doesn't mean that I'm not available. Just message me and I'll message you back as soon as possible. And I'd be happy to connect with you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off here and do some other work on the computer for a little while. And y'all have a wonderful day or night, depending on your time zone. And I'll catch you again soon. Night.